We are live. Greetings, my fellow Nigerians, wherever you are, anywhere around the world or in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I bring you warm greetings. Currently, 2:04 p.m. Central U.S. time or 9:04 p.m. Nigerian time. I welcome you to the show, Nigerian Constitution and Your Right. Nigerian Constitution, Know Your Right. It's a show powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. And I am your humble host, Dr. Edmund. Okay. If you're just joining, please take a moment, send a comment, say hello, or be interactive in today's conversation. We are still in chapter 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Okay, so join in the conversation. And if you have been following, you know chapter 3 is all about citizenship of Nigeria. Okay, if you want to know all about the citizenship of Nigeria, you can go back and watch last week's video, and then this week video. So this is the third week of discussion on chapter 3, all about citizenship. We've covered the citizenship by birth, citizenship by registration, citizenship by naturalization, and we talked about dual citizenship. And today we are focusing on today's topic is renunciation and deprivation of Nigerian citizenship, or renunciation and deprivation of citizenship. So what does it mean? What does it mean to renounce your citizenship or to be deprived of your citizenship? So we are focused on two sections, okay? So if you notice, I've been doing two sections every week. So two sections, last 2 weeks, two sections last week, and then two sections this week. And by God's grace, we'll wrap up chapter 3 of the Constitution next week with another two sections, okay? And so today is section 29 and section 30. Or 29 is talking about renunciation of your citizenship, and section 30 is talking about the deprivation of your citizenship, okay, as a Nigerian. So without wasting too much of your time, because I would like to make this a quick show, I'll dive into the Constitution proper. Section 29, let's start with section 29, then we'll move on to 30. So 29 said the president shall cause, okay, I moved too far ahead of myself. I was in subsection 2. So subsection 1, any citizen of Nigeria of full age who wishes to renounce his Nigerian citizenship shall make a declaration in the prescribed manner for renunciation. So there is process to renounce your citizenship. You cannot just say, I renounce my citizenship as a Nigerian, then that is it. No, it does not work that way. There is a process to follow. And what is that process? So, okay, and if you're not an adult, you cannot renounce your citizenship, okay? You have to be an adult to be able or to be eligible to renounce the citizenship. So someone that is not adult cannot renounce his or her citizenship, but only adult is eligible to renounce citizenship. Okay, my people. Okay, all right. And subsection 2 says the president shall cause declaration made under subsection 1 of this section to be registered upon such registration. The person who made the declaration shall cease to be citizen of Nigeria. Okay, so you have to be registered, duly registered, that okay, I am renouncing my citizenship as a Nigerian. And when you registered it and the president acknowledges that, then you cease to become a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Without that, you cannot renounce your citizenship. You have to do this process. You have to declare that you don't want to be a citizen anymore, and you go fill out the paperwork, and then the president shall approve your paperwork that yes, you have registered to be, that you're renouncing your citizenship, and when that is acknowledged, then you cease to be a citizen. Okay, does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, ask question in the comment section so I will explain further. Okay, so guess what? You know, you have to do this process because the president have to approve your citizenship. If the president chooses not to approve the president have to approve your renunciation. So even though you want to renounce your citizenship and the president of Nigeria say, no, you cannot renounce your citizenship, guess what? You cannot renounce your citizenship. That is what the next subsection is talking about. The president may withhold registration of any declaration made under subsection 1 of this section. Okay, that means the president can stop you from registering your declaration. Okay, you have to register your declaration to be acknowledged to have renounced your citizenship. Without that registration, you cannot be acknowledged as someone who have renounced his or her citizenship. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? Am I talking to somebody tonight, this afternoon, depending on whatever time zone you are in? Okay. First of all, you have to acknowledge, okay, I want to renounce my citizenship. I do not want to be in Nigeria anymore. That is one step. The next step, then you have to go and register this in the paperwork. So, okay, that you don't renounce your citizenship. You register it. And when you register it, this registration goes to the president of the country, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the president will decide if he wants to approve you, yes, go ahead and renounce your citizenship, or no, you're not going to renounce your citizenship. He can withhold that registration. And when he withholds that registration, that means you cannot renounce your citizenship. Okay? Okay. The declaration is made during any war in which Nigeria is physically involved. So you can declare when you are in war. So that's one reason. And the second reason is that, in his opinion, in otherwise contrary to public policy, or when you don't like what's going on in Nigeria, the policies Nigeria is bringing, like Nigeria bring a lot of terrible policies that affect the life of Nigeria terribly. So if you have been experiencing that, you say, okay, Nigeria is not working for me anymore. I don't like the policies that this government is bringing, and for that reason you want to renounce. You can, for that reason, for that sole reason, you can renounce your citizenship as a Nigerian. Or Nigeria is at war and you don't want to be part of the war, you can renounce your citizenship as a Nigerian. Okay, so those are the reasons. And you have to be of full age. Subsection 4A said the full age in this means the age of 18 years and above. So you have to be at least 18 years and above to be considered to be of full age, and you have to be of full age to be able to renounce your citizenship. Okay. So that is one definition of full age. Another definition of full age in Nigerian constitution is any woman who is married shall be deemed of full age. And do you know why they put this? They have a reason of putting this here, that any woman who is married can be deemed as full age. Because in northern Nigeria, not just in other parts of Nigeria, even in southern Nigeria, you can see people marry underage girls. So, but it's predominant in the northern Nigeria. In northern Nigeria, you see 13-year-old girls are married, 14 years, 15 years, they are married, 16, they are married. And you see they're not 18 years of age, okay? So because they're not 18 years of age, you shouldn't have considered them as of full age because they're not 18. You have to be 18 to be of full age constitutionally. So that's why this subsection 4B allowed that married people should be considered of full age, even though they are 13 years age girl when she married. As long as she's married, she can be considered of full age. She's 14 years old and she's married, she can be considered as full age. That is what the Constitution says. It's sad, but it's true. And it's predominant in northern Nigeria, where they have a lot of underage marriages. Okay, so that is what is all about renunciation of your citizenship. We're moving fast, so I'll finish the renunciation of citizenship. Once again, you want to renounce your citizenship, you have to be of full age. And what does the Constitution mean by of full age? Full age means you have to be 18 years of age, or you have to be married as a woman. Okay, a woman that's married is considered as full age. And why did the Constitution make this clarification? Because Nigeria somehow practiced underage marriage, predominantly in the northern Nigeria, whereby you see men, grown men married 13-year-old girls, 14-year-old girl, 15, 16, 17-year-old girl. You see, they are not 18. So they are not 18, but when they are married, if they are not 18 and get married, they are considered as full age. That is why the Constitution in section 29, subsection 4B clarified that, okay? In Nigerian Constitution, you are considered to be of full age when you are 18 or you are below 18 but married. If you're below 18 and married, you are considered as to be of full age in Nigerian Constitution. Okay, did that be clear? Be clear with that. All right. So you have to be of full age. Or if you're of full age, then you can renounce your citizenship if you so choose to renounce your citizenship. And what condition that the Constitution said that you can renounce your citizenship? It said when the country is at war. So when Nigeria is at war, that can cause you to renounce your citizenship of Nigeria. Or when you have contrary views to public policies, or when Nigeria is making policies that you don't like, you say, okay, this policy I don't like, it's affecting my life, it's not the kind of country I want to live in, you can also renounce your citizenship as a Nigerian. Those are the two options the Constitution gave, two reasons the Constitution gave why you can renounce your citizenship. Okay? Nigeria is at war, or you have contrary opinion to public policy. For example, right now, Nigeria Central Bank have come up with a public policy in which they're trying to entrench cashless banking or cashless money policy. In this case, that you can only withdraw about 20,000 naira a day or 100,000 naira maximum a week, which is very low because some people use more than that. Unless if you're poor people can use more than that. But if you're well-to-do, you probably use more than that cash. Or unless you prefer to go a cashless policy on your own, then that will not affect you. So if you don't want to go into cashless policy and the government is forcing this upon your throat and you don't like this public policy, you can actually say, okay, this is it for me. I'm renouncing my Nigerian citizenship. That's your opinion. You can actually do that. But the next step that before you can renounce your citizenship, you have to, that's a registration to renounce your citizenship. You have to register to renounce your citizenship. And this registration has to be taken to the president. And the president has to either approve or decline your renunciation. So if the president approves your renunciation, then good, you have been renounced and you can cease to be a Nigerian. But if the president refuses or withhold his approval of your renunciation, then that means you will continue to be in Nigeria. So basically, they're telling the president is a decider. Is a decider of whether you will renounce citizenship or not. In a way, that's how I look at it. Okay. Now let's go about the deprivation of your citizenship, because this is two parts. We talked about renunciation of citizenship, and now we're shifting gear to deprivation of citizenship. I think this is a good place to take a break and talk about something else before we come back to citizenship. And what should we talk about? Let's talk about the election. Election is coming up, and the election is coming up. The presidential election, the governorship election, and election for House of Rep members, or for senators, and state house of assemblies. So these are all under consideration. The presidential election and is on the 25th of February 2023, while governorship election and House of Assembly is in March, the following month, that's March 2023. So, okay, and you need to play a role in this. Make sure you get your PVC and so you can cast your vote, because without your PVC, you cannot vote. So be aware of that. And Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria is the one sponsoring this program. And the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy did an online poll to choose a candidate to support. And Peter Obi came out the winner of that online poll with the overwhelming uh, above 60% of the vote. And so, yeah, so that means Peter Obi is the candidate of Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, and Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria is now free to campaign for Peter Obi. And so that means I am also free to campaign for Peter Obi. Before that, I already made up my mind that Peter Obi is my own candidate. That is my principal. That is who I want to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come 2023. So I call upon you to make sure you cast your vote for Peter Obi. And this is the logo of his party. That's Labour Party. This is the logo you see on the ballot. So look for this logo on the ballot during the presidential election and vote for this logo. Papa, Mama, Peking, forward ever. And it also have LP. LP is the initial you will see. LP stands for Labour Party. L for Labour, P for Party. So that's what you see. You're not going to see the picture of Peter Obi. I know everybody knows the picture of Peter Obi by now. This is what Peter Obi looks like. So that's the guy with glasses is Peter Obi, and the guy with on a suit is his vice presidential running mate, Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed. So Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed is the running mate of Peter Gregory Obi, who is vying for the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come 2023. So these are the two people we are voting for. They are great individuals. They have great antecedents. They have great record of fighting corruption in their respective area. Peter Obi when he was the governor of Anambra State, and Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed when he was a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So, and Yusuf is also an educator. He owns Bayes University in Abuja, and he's also building another university in Kaduna, Baba Ahmed University. So, and Peter Obi, you all know him, a frugal businessman, a frugal leader who have done great for Anambra State, and he said he will use our same blueprint and even better in the federal level. So I think that is all the break I'm taking for now. So let's get back to discussion. The discussion now, we're moving on, shifting gear to section 30 of our constitution. Section 30 of our constitution is talking about the deprivation of your citizenship, the deprivation of citizenship of Nigeria, okay? It says the president shall deprive a person other than a person who is citizen of Nigeria by birth or citizenship of his citizenship if he is satisfied from the record of proceedings of a court of law or other tribunal or after due inquiry in accordance with regulations made by him, okay, that the person has shown himself by act or speech to be disloyal towards the Federal Republic of Nigeria, or the person has during any war in which Nigeria was engaged unlawfully traded with enemy or been engaged in or associated with any business that was, in the opinion of the president, carried on in such a manner as to assist the enemy of Nigeria in that war, or unlawfully communicated with such enemy to the detriment of or with intent to cause damage to the interests of Nigeria. Did you get that? Did you get that? So in case you did not get that, it means that only a citizen that is not by birth that can be deprived. So like me, I'm a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by birth. So all the Buharis of this world, all the president of Nigeria of this world cannot deprive me of my citizenship, okay? No president of Nigeria, no president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria can deprive you of your citizenship if you are a citizen of Nigeria by birth. Is that clear? So don't be confused. Nobody, I say again, nobody, no president can deprive you of your citizenship if you are a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by birth. Just like me, for example, I'm a citizen of Nigeria by birth. So no president, Buhari or the future president, cannot deprive me of my citizenship because I am a citizen of Nigeria by birth. But that is not the case if you're a citizen of Nigeria by registration or by naturalization. If you pay attention, last week we talked about citizenship by naturalization. When you decide you have to be a citizen of Nigeria. If you're a foreigner, you've been living in Nigeria, you have to live in Nigeria for 15 years in order to qualify to be a citizen of Nigeria by naturalization. So if you are a citizen of Nigeria by naturalization, then you can actually be deprived of your citizenship if you did things wrong against Nigeria, like during the time of war, you're playing or sleeping in bed with the enemy. That will cause the president to actually deprive you of your citizenship. They'll take away your citizenship because you are not a good Nigerian. So because you're not a good Nigerian, we don't want you to be Nigeria anymore. The president will take away your citizenship, deprive you of your citizenship, okay? Because you are a citizen by naturalization, okay? You're not a citizen by birth. A citizen of birth by birth will always be a citizen forever. No one can deprive you of your citizenship, okay? For example, if during a war that Nigeria is a participant and the person is actively helping the enemy or was doing things calculated to help the enemy to the disadvantage of Nigeria, okay? For instance, a naturalized Nigerian is convicted for aiding Boko Haram, will have his citizenship revoked. Exactly. Revocation of citizenship if you are citizenship by naturalization, not it does not affect citizens by birth. Exactly. I think that's where I'll leave you for the day. Once again, we'll talk about citizenship renunciation and citizenship deprivation. You can renounce your citizenship. You can decide that you no longer want to be a citizen of Nigeria if you are of full age. If you are of full age and you don't like your Nigerian citizenship anymore, you can renounce it, okay? You have to be of full age. And we said full age means you have to be 18 years and above. But if you're a woman, you can be less than 18 years and married. If you're less than 18 years, you have to be married to be considered of full age. And with that, you can actually renounce your citizenship. And to do that, you have to register. You have to go to the registry, register that you want to renounce your citizenship. And the register goes to the president. The president reviews the register and says, okay, I will approve you to renounce your citizenship. Then you can no longer be a Nigerian. Or the president said, no, I don't want to approve you to be a, he can withhold his approval. If the president withholds his approval of the register, then you still remain a Nigerian. Okay, that is that about citizenship renunciation. Then for citizenship deprivation, you can be deprived of your citizenship if you're citizenship by registration or if you're citizenship by naturalization. However, if you're a citizen of Nigeria by birth, no president can deprive you of your citizenship. No one can deprive you of your citizenship if you're a citizen of Nigeria by birth. Okay? So, but if you're a citizen of Nigeria by naturalization, then and you are playing against Nigeria, like helping the enemy to destroy Nigeria, then the president can revoke your citizenship. That is a summary of today's conversation, and I'll see you next Tuesday as we talk about what are we talking about? We'll talk about section 31 and section 32, and that will be the end of chapter 3. Okay, and that will be the last Nigerian Constitution and Your Right for 2022. So after next week, that will be the last one for this year, and then we'll push forward to next year, 2023. And next year, 2023, our first program is going to be on a brand new chapter. So we'll start a new year with a new chapter. New year, new chapter. We're going to skip chapter 4 because we actually finished chapter 4 this year before we started from the beginning. So we're going to skip chapter 4. So we'll probably start with chapter 5 in 2023. All right. Thank you very much for your time. It's always wonderful to have you come listen. Keep sharing our show. Keep sharing our program. Keep participating. Keep liking. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. This show is streamed on multiple channels. My YouTube channel, Dr. Edmund Ike, you can look it up. Or this channel, GCSD and Human Rights channel on YouTube, or on Twitter, on Facebook. Okay, those are the 3 streaming sites where we stream. So keep joining us, keep participating. We love you. I love you. I love you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. And happy holidays. Merry Christmas in advance. Of course, I'm going to be here next Tuesday to wish you Merry Christmas once again. Yes, yeah. Oh, next Tuesday is after Christmas. So I guess this Merry Christmas this Tuesday. So next Tuesday when I come on, it's going to be after Christmas. So yeah, I may actually come on live, or I can do a pre-recorded show. I have not decided yet. Let's see how it goes. Have a good one. Merry Christmas. I love you.